For more inspiring content, subscribe to JK Yoga and press the bell icon to never miss a latest video.
तत्र स्थितौ यत्नोऽभ्यासः तत्र स्थितौ यत्नोऽभ्यासः Abhyas, practice, is the steadfast effort to control the mind. Now his emphasis is on practice. As somebody said, good ideas are a dime a dozen. In one dime, you can get a dozen good ideas. But they are not worth a broken nickel until we put them into practice. So practice is ultimately what counts. We hear good things and then with a resolve, I must practice, we go ahead. The world will give us ample opportunity to practice. You have made a resolve, you will not become angry. Now the world is so designed, it will create situations of anger. And God is also working. So he says, all right, you've made a resolve not to become angry. Now let us see. I'm going to get this little boy who will throw mud on your three-piece suit. And then you become angry. But then you realize, oh, I made a mistake. All right, this time I lost out. I fell down to this defect. I will try harder. In other words, you fall. As somebody said, if we stumble, it is only to learn the secret of a better walking. If you have fallen 1,000 times, you get up 1,001 times. That is the way to correct ourselves, because we are starting from ground zero and we have to go there. So never be disillusioned by the defects inside you. After all, in endless lifetimes, we attach the mind to the world. So the mind is full of all material defects. That is all, however it is. But our aspiration is high. That is the important thing. And never mind how we are. The point is what to do now, the next step. And how will the next step be accomplished? By practice, practice, practice. This abhyas has got no alternative to it. You can say, Guruji, you practice for me. Guruji will say, Beta, you have to do it yourself. Ek ped, do pakshi baithe. Ek guru, ek chela. Apni karni guru utare, apni karni chela. Everybody has to fly this flight by themselves. The Guru will encourage us, give us good advice. But if we are not willing to put in the effort to practice, then we cannot expect those results. And if somebody says, oh, badi musibat hai, hatao jhagda. This is too much of an encumbrance and a problem, forget it. All right. So what is the other option? The other option is you keep rotating in the 8.4 million species of life. No, that is even more difficult. Then if it's even more difficult, carry on. As we keep practicing, we'll become better and better at it. Practice makes perfect, the English saying. Today you practice. Like when I was in the Bay Area, the group there, it's just 3 years since they've got together. And they were relating their experience. Swamiji, first when we got started the satsang, we used to do kirtan like this, and we were like this. And now we have reached this point. See, it all happened 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. Slow and steady practice. I was reading the experience of Pat Riley, one of the most successful basketball coaches. So when the Los Angeles Lakers had lost for 2 years in succession to the Boston Celtics. So the second year they had put in their best efforts, till they lost. So the coach said now they are totally demoralized, because they tried their very best and they lost. So he said, all right, now next year, let's do like this. All of you improve in these 5 skills, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. This much you all can do. If you do that, each of you will have improved 5%. And together, we will have improved 65%. They said, yeah, that's practicable. 1% we can definitely improve. And that gave them a positive objective. And the next time they did it, they actually won. So if we think, I have to become a saint in one day, and then I did not become a saint, oh my God, I'm a sinner. You try and improve 1% every day. That much you can do. Yeah, that much I can do. So just keep improving 1%. And very soon we'll be transformed. We'll be a different person. So, as in the world, so also in spirituality. Practice. One of the most inspiring self-transformation books is the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. He decided that he must improve himself. What to do? He analyzed, these are the 13 areas on which I need to work. So he said, all right, if I try and work on all 13 together, it will never happen. Ek sadhe, sab sadhe, sab sadhe, sab jaye. Let me focus every week on one area. So he drew up the chart. He gives it in his book. On this time, I will focus on this. I must learn to be like this, patient. And next week, I'll focus on this. So in 13 weeks, he had endeavored on all 13 points. Then he would repeat again from week 1 and go again one cycle. Then again one cycle. So in 1 year, he's covered those 13 points. 13 into 4, 52, 4 times. And that is how by practice he reached that state. So in the same way, we also, by repeated practice, we will slowly and surely steady the mind in God. Slowly and surely, we will take the mind away from the world. This requires enthusiasm and faith. One of the qualities of devotion is ashabandha, hope. I will definitely succeed. That hope must always be there. That is the quality of God as we are His children. That hope is natural to us. He has planted it in our hearts. And enthusiasm. He will talk about enthusiasm in future. Right now he is talking about practice.